Good morning, everyone. It's Christophe Choo from beautiful Beverly Hills. Sunny but cold Beverly Hills today. It's a Tuesday morning. Tuesday's Caravan Tuesday. Many of you who know me know that it's the time where I go out and preview our properties. So I thought as I head out to tour some of the homes, and we have one of our listings available. I like doing these little mini micro market videos about specific areas. And I think it's interesting, and consumers do often tend to look for properties in very specific areas or zones. So I thought I'd share with you a particular zone where we have a listing, an open house today. So let me give you a look around. So I just came out of my office building here on Cannon Drive, and Cannon Drive is the second street on the eastern portion of the business zone in the city of Beverly Hills. And Cannon Drive has most of the top restaurants on the street, from Spago to Mastro's. We have the Montage Hotel, Il Pastel, as you can see over there, one of the most popular Italian restaurants, Umberto Hair Salon, chocolate places, Carol and Company Clothiers, which I've been going to since I was a teenager, La Scala, which is a very famous Beverly Hills restaurant, Edelweiss Chocolates. Many of my lady friends know and love Edelweiss chocolates. And we're here on Little Santa Monica, which turns into Burton Way. Oh, so that there is our former post office. That was the post office in the city of Beverly Hills. The city, for some reason, decided they didn't need it anymore, and they sold it to the, oh shoot, I forget the name of the family. I'm so embarrassed. My friends on Facebook will remind me. They sold it, and a family purchased it, donated it to the city, and now it's a public theater where there are theaters, events, dance, music. So it's now what was once a beautiful, probably 1920s post office is now a theater with a new modern wing addition. So cool. And then as we come up here to the left, you'll see our beautiful city hall, hopefully. There we go. Oh, my camera won't quite turn that far. Sorry, guys. Maybe on the other way around. Oh, and this is a very iconic gas station architecturally. As you can see, it's very unique. It's hard to see from this close in with the sun in the lens, but anyways. So we have one of our listings on Caravan at 333 North Rexford today, and there's a little particular zone, what I call a pocket zone. It doesn't have an actual name, but it's part of the city of Beverly Hills, and it's defined as, before I start there, this is the Global Crossings building here in Beverly Hills, designed by Paul Williams, the famous architect, the first African-American architect to be named by the architect, I forget the name of the organization, but amazing architect and one of the best ever in Los Angeles and in the country for that matter. So this is the zone I'm talking about. Basically, I'm on Burton Way, and so it's south of Burton Way from right there, Crescent Drive, which is the beginning of the business district, to Doheny, which is just a few blocks away. And Doheny Drive is a north-south street that kind of is a divide in certain spots between the city of Beverly Hills and the city of West Hollywood. So what's interesting in this particular zone, there have been 4 homes that have come on the market in 2017. All 4 basically were sold as teardowns, land value. The lots are all pretty much the same. They're between 6,700 to about 7,200 square feet of land. And all 4 of the properties that did sell are being torn down. So right now the average price for basically the average lot size is $7,500 in total. And the average sales price for these homes is $3.4 million. For again, just for the dirt, that's about $451 a square foot for the dirt. And highest price was $3,550,000, and I think the lowest price was $3,295,000. This particular house there sold for $3,600,000, I believe, a while ago. I just thought I'd just show you a little bit of this particular zone. It's 5-6 blocks east and west, and 3 blocks north and south, meaning it's from Wilshire Boulevard on the south to Burton Way here on the north, so it's 3 blocks north and south. Wallace, Annenberg, thank you, Sherry. It's funny, I do these videos and I turn them on and I forget sometimes where I'm at or what I'm talking, so thank you, Sherry. I knew someone would correct me and tell me what I need to know. So this is Doheny. That's the famous Four Seasons, one of the Four Seasons hotels. They call it Four Seasons Beverly Hills, but technically it's in Los Angeles because it's on that side of Doheny, which is the LA side. And then we also have the Four Seasons Beverly Wilshire on Wilshire Boulevard, which is actually in Beverly Hills. So I'm turning on Doheny because this is the eastern portion of this particular zone. Doheny is famous for its signature palm trees, which are quite beautiful. And I'm going to turn here on Dayton Way because I have to get somewhere quick. I got to go preview a property, and then I got to be at a showing in a few minutes. So as you can see, this is one of the houses that had sold, and it was torn down. I think this one sold for, let me see if I can remember, I forget the price right now, but basically what people are doing is buying these older little homes like that. You know, they're 1,400 to maybe 2,000 square feet. Again, they're all about 7,000 foot lots, and they're being torn down, and the buyers are building new homes. It's a very popular zone because literally you're very close to public transportation. Not that you would need it owning that kind of home, but if you have staff or housekeepers, often they use public transportation. So they, you know, basically they take a 7,500 foot lot, and with today's building requirements, you can build about 4,500 square feet. So there's another example of another newer construction house that was built on a smaller lot. There's another one, as you can see. So a lot of that going on in this area. So again, 7,500 square foot lot, you're going to pay about 3.5 million. My listing, which we're going to drive by shortly, is listed for $2,999,000. It's priced way below the comps. It's a just over 7,000 foot lot. There's a typical small house there. And my listing is a 3-bedroom, 2-bath. We do have multiple offers on it right now, so I'm expecting it'll go for over asking price, which is commonplace in LA and in this particular area. But you can see a lot of these smaller lots have been torn down, and you can see this nice new 2-story. You know, before you could probably build 5,000-6,000 square feet, but today there's a basic formula. You can build 40% of the lot size plus 1,500 square feet, 400 for the garage, and then underground. So that's just kind of the little update. So here's another house that was torn down and built new. And I think one of the most popular reasons for this particular area is that literally a block away there is the business district, Whole Foods market, shopping, restaurants 2 blocks away. There's the city hall. My listing is over here on the left. We're having it open today for brokers. So even though we have multiple offers, we still have it open. So that's 1,491 square feet, 7,000 foot lot. And this house just came on the market today. It's $3,548,000. Again, same size lot as mine. The house is about 2,200 square feet, and it's next to one of our parks here. So actually, since I'm here and I'm heading up to Coldwater Canyon, I think we'll just continue the video because I know that in my reading about live videos, the consumers on Facebook want 18-minute minimum videos, so which is, heck, that's tough. I mean, I don't know about you, but I don't often have a lot to say in 18 minutes, right? So anyways, right in front of us here, that is our towering city hall there. Forgive me for forgetting, 1932 it was built. I forget the name of the architects at the moment, so forgive me. And then to our left there, the red is the fire station, and then to the right is our police department. So it's all kind of, this is our civic center. Oh, fire trucks are coming out. And then on the left there, I don't know if you'll see it when we turn, but that is the 9/11 memorial. So after 9/11 occurred, I guess the city purchased one of the pieces of wrecked metal frame, that's the metal frame, from the Twin Towers, and it's our 9/11 memorial. So we're going to pass by in front of the City Hall, and here is, thank you again, Sherry, the Wallace Annenberg Theater. And that whole contemporary portion of it was built new a couple years ago after it was purchased and given to the city. There's our beautiful City Hall. Isn't that a gorgeous building? I love that building. Architecturally, it's very significant. I forget the exact name of the architectural style. Buresque? There's a very specific name for that architectural style from that period of the 1930s. So that's the end of the business district, and we're now on Santa Monica Boulevard. We just crossed Little Santa Monica Boulevard. There's Big Santa Monica, Little Santa Monica, and Santa Monica Boulevard does run across the entire city, pretty much from Hollywood, Silver Lake area all the way to the beach. So it's called Santa Monica because you can take it to Santa Monica, and I think it's also called the famous Route 66, if I'm not mistaken. So I believe if you take Route 66, you can take this street, you know, if you drive only on streets, all the way across the entire country. So a little tidbit of information. Hey Eric, how are you? I love your posts always about the royalties and the queens and their jewelry. Love it. And I loved it the other day, Eric. You were wearing not the bolero, but the wonderful scarf in your neck. I forget what that's called too. So we are just now entering the flats of Beverly Hills. Oh yeah, and we're gonna drive by my listing. So it's funny, I have that listing we just drove by on North Rexford, but 333 North Rexford, which is the lowest priced home in that entire section of Beverly Hills, and I'm glad we have multiple offers. Hopefully it won't be. And then as we come up here, we're going to be passing my listing of Maison 808, which is the largest house, the largest property in the flats of Beverly Hills. It is also currently the priciest. We did make a price change last week to $51.8 million. But let me turn. There we go, guys. Sorry about that. Hey, Michael. So I thought I'd turn the camera, give you a little bit better view. Otherwise, you're just looking at the street. So you can actually see what the houses look like on North Rexford. So in these parts of the flats, every block you go north, the properties get a little bit larger and a little bit more expensive. And the highest priced ones are in the last block before Sunset Boulevard. So, oh, we're not on Rexford, excuse me, we're on Crescent. I forgot where I was from it. So let me go back to Rexford. Yeah, that's right, because I turned to go in front of the City Hall. Oh, this house, too bad I didn't show it to you. It's very beautiful, single level, kind of contemporary French Regency. I think it was built in the 1920s. This is one of our elementary schools. We do have 3 elementary schools here in Beverly Hills, so you have multiple choices. There's a modern home. Not a lot of modern construction in Beverly Hills, in the flats at least. In the hillsides, yes, there's lots and lots of modern construction going on. So I'm just slowing down so that the cars pass by, give you a little chance to look at some of these homes. The last other couple homes that came on the market on the street lately are between 10 to 14 million. They're all a lot smaller than mine. Now mine coming up in the next block is almost 1.7 acres, which is unheard of. Basically, the client, who's a major developer in Los Angeles and Beverly Hills, purchased one property in the 80s, purchased the other one, combined the 2 lots, tore them down, and built a beautiful new house in 1990. It's about almost 27,000 square feet in the main house, 210 feet of frontage, because it's a double lot. So this is that's a standard lot. This is a standard lot, and then as we come out, try to go slow. It's a standard. So starting here is my Maison 808. Website is maison808.com, and you can see it's a very impressive property. Has 3 motor court gates in the front, 26,000 plus square feet in the main house, 2 full guest houses, Olympic-sized tennis court. Some of you may recognize that house. What else? Olympic-sized pool with mosaic tiles, tennis court, sunken tennis court, which is great. Beautiful lawns, one of being a championship croquet lawn. The 2 guest houses, and for those of you that follow me, the 2 mini trains. I love the mini trains. Other than Walt Disney's house in Holmby Hills, this is the only other property I know of in the West Side that has a train, if not, let alone 2 trains. So very cool, and I love riding those trains. I mean, whoever buys that house is going to be so lucky. Whether you got kids or grandkids or just for yourself, you're going to have so much fun on those trains. I do. So I may lose you because we're heading up into the hills. I just crossed Sunset Boulevard. I'm heading to a showing at my listing in the Summit, which is one of our gated communities. And it's called the Summit atop Beverly Hills because it is atop Beverly Hills. That particular property there, that teardown, that sold for $10.8 million a couple years ago. And they tore down building a new house. The one next door I think was $11 million. And then behind these hedges here, that was the house used, sorry it was too fast, the house used in the miniseries, oh gosh, it'll come to me. Shoot. I don't want to say the wrong thing, so anyways, it'll come to me. And now I'm in Coldwater Canyon. Coldwater Canyon is a street that goes from Beverly Hills all the way up to the San Fernando Valley. And this is a new modern house right there that was built recently. Big collectors of modern art, very interesting house. And so Coldwater Canyon goes from Beverly Hills proper. We're still in the city of Beverly Hills right at the moment. This is one of our parks. like I said, we have quite a few parks in Beverly Hills. I think we have 10 or 12, maybe 13 different parks. Not big, but they're all kind of scattered throughout the city. So this is Coldwater Canyon. We do have another fire station right here. And so this lower Coldwater Canyon is the city of Beverly Hills proper. And then once it's called Pine Tree laden, is that the right word? Pine tree lined. Most of the streets, as you know, have palm trees, but Coldwater Canyon has pine trees, which are quite lovely and different. Nice change of pace. So we like that. So this is the Beverly Hills part. So these houses here on this lower section of Beverly Hills pretty much start at about 3.5 million. Coldwater Canyon can be a little bit of a busy street, as you can see. It is a street that goes through to the San Fernando Valley. So whether it's Coldwater Canyon, Benedict Canyon, Beverly Glen, or the 405 freeway, or the Hollywood freeway, those are the 5 main thoroughfares that connect the west side of Los Angeles to the San Fernando Valley. And you know, because home prices tend to be higher here, much higher on the west side, quite a few people live in the San Fernando Valley, the other side of the hill, whether it's in Studio City, Toluca Lake, Van Nuys, Encino, Sherman Oaks, West Valley, and then they commute every day into Beverly Hills. And this is probably one of the streets they would take coming into Beverly Hills. So, I don't know if you notice on the left there, I know it's a bit bumpy, there's white street signs. So the white street signs mean you are in the city of Beverly Hills. So we're still in the city, and very shortly we're going to be in the Beverly Hills address zone, which we'll talk about. But then that's going to be the green sign. Here we go. See that blue sign? That means we're now in the city of Los Angeles. So all the way up as we continue here on Coldwater Canyon, if I don't lose a signal, it's Beverly Hills, California, 90210. We call it Beverly Hills PO, or Beverly Hills Post Office, because you have the Beverly Hills, California 90210 address, same as the city. The only difference is you are technically in the city of Los Angeles, not city of Beverly Hills, so your police, fire, all the services are through the city of Los Angeles, not the city of Beverly Hills. So it's the next step down from being in the city of Beverly Hills. There on Lania Lane is a house that's listed for I think they're 125 million right now. It's the most expensive home sold in the Beverly Hills Post Office, and there were quite a few sales last year in Beverly Hills Post Office, over 20 million. I think the highest sale was 33 million, if I'm not mistaken, here in the Beverly Hills Post Office. So on a day without traffic, to get from Sunset to Coldwater Canyon at the top, which is where I'm going, takes you maybe about 10-12 minutes. If it's heavy rush hour and you're heading back, traffic comes down the hill in the morning because people are coming from the valley to the west side. Typically in the afternoon, the traffic flow is in reverse, going from the city to the San Fernando Valley. So I have had times, just being honest, I have to be, where going from Sunset to Coldwater Canyon took me an hour at high traffic time. So just something to be aware of, and I do let clients know that if they're buying up in this neighborhood. But people love it because it's serene, it's up in the hills, you get beautiful views. Especially if you want a gated community. There are no gated communities in the city of Beverly Hills proper, only in Beverly Hills Post Office and in Bel Air, and a couple in the Hollywood Hills. So on this part of Coldwater Canyon, prices are, you can sometimes get a house for about 2.1, 2.2 million. There's a gated community right up here on the left, which is called, it's prices there. I think the last couple sales were like 17, 20 million. I think there's 18 or 20 houses. That's one of the back sides of one of the homes right there. It's kind of like a mini Beverly Park. There we go, guys. Sorry about that, but often this part of Coldwater Canyon, the signals do drop. Oh, and by the way, if you're going to live in LA in the West Side, I will tell you, Verizon has the best cell service for our West Side areas. I know they're not the cheapest, but they are the best in terms of getting signals and coverage up in the hills, and a large portion of our area is in the hills. So this is Mulholland Drive, and I just turned off of Coldwater Canyon, going east on Mulholland Drive, and this portion will take me right to the Hollywood Hills, the Laurel Canyon area, all the way to, if I take this all the way, it'll take me right down to the heart of Hollywood. And actually, Mulholland Drive is one of my favorite streets to drive. It's on the top of the Santa Monica mountain range, and so often you can't see it now, but you get views on both sides, and it's kind of like driving on the Corniche in the south of France. So those of you that have been to the south of France, you know the Corniche, that little narrow 2-lane highway on the hills around Monte Carlo, Saint-Tropez, that whole area. I love that kind of hillside driving, and Mulholland Drive reminds me of that. So anyways, I'm here entering the gates of the Summit, which is one of our gated communities here in the city of Beverly Hills, and I'm going to be showing my listing shortly, so I'll give you a little preview of that as we drive in. So where's everyone calling in from? Hey Katie from London, wonderful. Mia Nelson, hey Mia, how are you? How is everything? And by the way, guys, it's about 55 degrees today, so it's very cold for us. This morning it was about 40, so I'm in layers. It's cold. Let me check in. Hello. Hi Hans, how are you? Good to see you.
Thanks.
I'm going to Chris Court.
Chris Court, okay. You gotta tell me which one. I
forgot 12001.
1201. Oh,
yeah.
Hustle's house.
Yeah.
Okay, and I forgot your name.
Christophe.
I'm so sorry.
It's okay. Choo. Yeah.
C-H-O-O, right?
Yep.
Okay, great.
And they're supposed to have a new annual pass for me. They couldn't print it last time.
Man, you're in my system like a million times.
Perfect.
Okay. Is Miss Hustle there?
I'm not sure.
Okay, have her give me a call. We know you're letting no call.
Okay.
But go ahead and just go on in. Let me give you a pass for today.
She should have given you the names as well for who's coming.
Yeah, we didn't get this come together. The worst is when the client arrives and we make them wait here.
Got it.
Instead of going in. Thanks. So I'll always mention that to your guys.
Okay, I will. Thank you. Sorry for the disconnect, but we're now entering the gates of the Summit. Again, as I mentioned, one of our 2 gated communities, actually 4 gated communities in the Beverly Hills post office area. And Serena Williams just purchased a house down the street here for a little bit over $6 million on this particular block. And she's selling her other house in Bel Air. And we're here arriving at my listing here at 1201 Crest Court. And if you want to check it out, it's the SummitVillaBeverlyHills.com. It's 5,600 square feet, completely rebuilt a couple years ago. Gorgeous Mediterranean villa, 5 bedrooms, 5.5 bathrooms, lots of European opulence and elegance.